Bedtime Story, Chapter 4, Act 6, Cold Case Commission. You arrive at the Adventurers Guild in Sumeru. Catherine seems to have a very tricky commission for your docket. I am so excited for this. We know, we've seen the previews. We know Traveler sees Sibling. Is it in a dream? I have so many questions. I have so many questions, but I feel like this is going to leave me with more questions at the end than I have answers, just like it always does. So let's go see Catherine over in Sumeru. Oh my God, I'm nervous. Okay, Catherine, what do you have for me?
Perfect. It's you two.
Yes, it's us.
I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In
Okay.
fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
We're the only ones for the job. Yes, we're the only ones for any job in this whole entire world.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
I've never heard of that classification before. Is that a classification? Be sure. But sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today? Yeah, which one? Who are we gonna go see?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system.
Okay.
In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
Oh, this whole game is intimidating, Catherine.
All it asks us to
Don't
do
lie
is
to
to
me.
find a missing person.
Find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
Who's missing?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago.
Well, we know who's missing. Our sister is missing. We've been looking for her. Nobody ever wants to help us find our sister. Not a single freaking person. The only person that has ever asked about our sister, our sibling, is Yoimiya during her Act 2 story quest. No one else in this world cares. No one cares. Yoimiya is the only one. And that makes me a little upset. I'm surprised people aren't like, oh, have you found your sister? How goes the search for your sister? No one has asked nothing.
It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
Okay.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
And I guess that's us, right? I guess nobody else wants to do their jobs.
Well, that's us for sure.
Yes, flattery will get you everywhere and with Paimon, that is true. But I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either. That is true too.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Will do.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
I wonder what Catherine's gonna look like in that one.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village.
Okay.
They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
One of their
But
villagers.
the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
How do you not know someone's name if they're a villager? That doesn't make any sense.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
Exactly what I said, Paimon.
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Maybe it's in their imagination.
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first.
Okay.
The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Let's go talk to the villagers.
All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Somebody's missing, but they don't know their name. Do they like have a description of them? Like, what did they look like? Bedtime Story, Chapter 4, Act 6. Oh, yes. One will be in...
We made it to Vimara Village.
Oh.
Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
Let's do it, Paimon. Let's do it.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
It's us, Paimon. We'll be fine. Let's talk with this guy.
Hello there.
Hi.
You looking to buy something?
Yes.
I do business. in
No,
this
actually. No. We're not here to buy
No,
anything.
we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vermara Village.
Do you know anything about a missing villager who has no name, apparently?
Ah, so you hear about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts.
It's us you're talking about, though. You haven't met us yet. You don't know what we're capable of, bro.
We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Yeah, all great questions, Paimon.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
What does he look like? How do you not have a memory of this person? How are you going to put out a thing for a missing person if you don't know anything, like absolutely nothing about this person? Do you know you don't know where they lived? Do you have a physical description? What do they look like?
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Okay, so those 3 questions are a no-go then. Is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
Okay, memories. You have memories, but you don't know those memories?
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Okay.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Good question, Paimon.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
Young guy, early 20s.
I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Are you talking about Dane? Are you talking about Dainsleif? Hanging out here?
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
And it's gotta be, we know that this is a Dainsleif quest, so he's gotta be talking about Dane, right?
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. All right, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Okay, real quick, can I just say, Paimon's voice acting since 4.6 has been top notch. I am glad that they kind of have toned down like her nasally whininess a little bit and kind of let the voice actor take control of Paimon a bit. I have really enjoyed Paimon's voice the last 2 patches. I think it's been great. I think it needs to stay that way. You can still kind of hear her whininess a little bit, but it's not nearly as strong as what it was. All right, old man. What do you know?
It's the guests I hear.
Yes, us, Paimon, Traveler. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Yes, do you know anything?
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts.
Mm-hmm.
Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Yes, at least I think so.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Okay.
With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance.
No one can tell us
But
anything.
I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty.
No one can tell us anything. No one can tell us what he looks like. All we know is like he's in the early 20s. And that's basically it.
I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others.
Well, who is this then? That doesn't sound like Dane.
He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village.
Sounds like a lovely person.
And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say.
Okay.
As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Who are we talking about? Are you talking about Dane?
Wow.
I can't
He
tell.
seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much.
I can't tell who he's talking about.
You wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but
I mean, we know
I
Kaveh is
just
missing off the
can't
banner.
remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
I mean, Kaveh is missing off the banner. They missed out on a great opportunity. They should have had Kaveh on the banner with Al Haytham. I need more Kaveh Al Haytham bromance. They should have had Kaveh on the banner.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Okay, nobody knows nothing about this person. Nothing. Zero info.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
Paimon, I don't know. I don't know. There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
I don't think so, too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name.
Or anything else. Like, what does he look like? Nothing.
And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
Ooh, maybe somebody tampered with Irminsul. What if somebody got into Irminsul, tampered with it, and that's why they can't, like, you know, like the whole Wanderer situation. I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Yes, Irminsul.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
No,
Someone who only exists in people's memories?
we've been in this situation before, Paimon. Think. Could it be like what happened to the Greater Lord Ruka Nevada? What's up? See, that's what I'm saying. Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories. I'm way ahead of you, Traveler. Way ahead of you.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Hi.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yes.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
Okay.
My name is Atossa, by the way.
Hi.
I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
What? How? Where? Nobody's given us any kind of clues. I'm sure we'll track him down. We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
Yes. Anything.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay, that's weird, but okay, sure, yeah. All right, where are we going here? What are you showing me? It's a
Is
tree.
this the place? Under this tree?
Tree. It's a tree.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
Okay.
We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky.
Who is
or
we?
Stop to feel the wind against our skin.
Who is we?
We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been.
We?
I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
I feel that, Atossa. I completely feel you on that one.
Alone?
Yep. I live by myself. I'm single. I live alone. It's just me. So sometimes, like, when I'm here hanging out, I feel it gets lonely. It gets lonely. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel her. I feel it.
Put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
So true. I love her already.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I feel the exact same way. I always feel like when I'm like excited or want to feel the need to talk to somebody, I'm always like, I just don't want to bother them. I don't want to bother them. You know what I'm saying? I totally get that. I think I get what, no, I completely get what she means. That's what family's for.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Yes, I do. I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. Sibling. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out. Paimon, we were talking about you.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky.
We love Paimon.
When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me.
Those are always the best.
No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure. And patient, too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
I'm confused because this does not sound like Dane at all. Dane seems more like a loner, quiet, straight to the point. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think you're talking. Who in the hell are you talking about?
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Like, I am racking my brain, and I'm coming up with nothing.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right. I did ask him about his parents once.
Okay.
But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
Okay.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
No! Can somebody tell me what he looked like? Like, did he have blonde hair? Did he have blue eyes? Like, what? Was he wearing black?
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
It's okay, Atossa. I adore you. I could totally relate to you. Don't say that. You helped us understand him better.
The last time I talked this much in one go
there's
was
no
when
way.
we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Dane wouldn't talk for hours.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
I don't know who she's talking about, Paimon. That's what's wrong. That's completely what's wrong. I have no idea. I am completely racking my brain over this. It was always the same time of day, and time never seemed to pass. What's that got to do with anything? Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. No, it's not. What Atossa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. How does that work? How? Traveler? Time. Oh, hi. Oh, no. Really?
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
They're like, what are they doing? They're playing charades? Oh, mage. What are you doing up there, bro?
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
I don't know. Oh, nice trick there, bro.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted. Quick, get ready to fight.
No problem. Oh, wait, who do I have on my team? Oh, no, I can't remember who I have on my team. Who is on my team? Arlecchino? Chun-Li? Okay. Oh, this is not good against a fire mage. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Order 10.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much.
You're
I wasn't
welcome.
expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
You'd have been fine. It'd have been okay.
It was no trouble.
Yeah, we're good. The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here? Aren't they everywhere,
Now
though?
that
We
I
see them all over the
think
place.
about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
We see hill
Maybe
trails
the Abyss Order
everywhere.
really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case.
Okay.
The Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Ransack the town? Okay, let's go back.
Wait a second. The person... It's Dainsleif!
He just shows up out of nowhere, bro. Poof, there he is. Just like out of nothingness. Dainsleif, it's so good to see you, dude. How are you doing, you gorgeous blonde-haired, blue-eyed man? How have you been? Last time we saw you, we were the whole Carrie Bear thing was happening in Clothar, and we learned about how, like, oh my God, that was just a complete mess. Complete mess.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Something like that. He shows up out of nowhere once a year, and then we talk for like 5 minutes, and then he just poof, vanishes again.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others.
So this isn't the person that was missing.
See you later.
Bye, Atossa. Who is missing?
Yep, see you later, Atossa.
Bye. So nice to meet you. She was great. She was a great NPC.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it
Thank
your
you,
life's
Paimon.
mission to jump scare us or something?
Thank you, Paimon. Exactly. Yep, I agree.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter.
I don't believe you.
As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
I don't believe you. You do it all the time.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
Dude, his outfit is like so peak. It's so good. We're also on their tail, but I'll admit we ran into them on accident. Yeah.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Yeah, missing person that no one remembers.
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind
What are
the
they
hilly
doing?
trail activity in the area?
And we know our sibling is the princess of the Abyss Order.
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Which is...
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Have you learned anything, Dane? Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers. After that, you also owe us many answers. You owe us so many answers. Dainsleif, I have questions, all right?
And you shall have them. I never
I better.
intended to hide anything from you.
I don't believe you. I better get my answers.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Okay. You made a promise. You returned to Vimar Village to gather intel based on what you... Genshin, you gotta stop doing that text so fast. You gotta stop it. Slow it down, something. Can't even
that
read
was
it.
the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village.
Yeah, missing person, they don't remember, and it's not you.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories.
Uh-huh.
That is indeed quite intriguing.
Uh-huh.
I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
Well, it's gotta be connected in some way because you wouldn't be here if it wasn't, so...
It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Ooh, Paimon, great question! Paimon just coming in hard, right out the gates. Yes, don't you groan at me.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I don't understand your question. I heard that in the live stream in the trailer. I don't understand your question. I want to have faith in her in a manner of speaking, yeah. I mean, kind of, sort of, but we don't know the situation. That's the problem. And you can't respond to my question with another question. I want to have faith in her in a manner of speaking, yeah. I mean, it feels like she's evil.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
You won't tell me.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation.
Betrayed you, sinners, betrayed their nation. Conria!
His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
Vedrfolnir? The Visionary.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Are you serious, Dane? Are you serious? Really? Wait. Maybe our journey is like paralleling Dane's journey a little bit. If his brother betrayed him, maybe because we feel like our sibling betrayed us. Like a little bit of a parallel there? Maybe he's just trying to relate to us.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? What really happened in Conria back then? Finally, can we finally get this answer?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Conria.
5?
The wise Roptatir.
Roptatir.
The visionary Vedrfolnir. Gold Rhine-daughter.
I've heard this one before.
The foul Sertologi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
All right, where did we hear Rhine-daughter before? We've heard of this one before. This one, Skirk said. The other 3, this is our first time hearing about them?
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
The whole glitching. Dane's pissed. So the foul is Skirk's master. She mentioned the visionary. Rhine-daughter is Albedo's creator or whatever, right? But we don't know much about the other 2.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine-daughter is the one who created Albedo.
Yes!
Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Yes!
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner,
yes,
then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Yes, Paimon, somehow everything is connected. But we don't know anything about the other 2. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outline Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vedrfolnir's doing as well. Oh, they're connecting this to Fontaine.
They were once people of great esteem in Conria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields.
And what, they just betrayed everybody in Conria?
6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Vinster King.
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
Wow.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
And where are they now?
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
Dane's pissed! And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
Okay, it must be hard to talk about all of this, but thank you for telling me. Finally, a little bit of answers.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
But you never intend to tell me anything openly, ever.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've
Yeah, where you
continued
been?
to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Dude, this is going way back.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osiel and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
I don't know what to do. What do we do?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate.
That's what I want to know,
From
too.
there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective.
That's what I want to know, too. What does this Loom of Fate do? Right?
Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
Like, I can't determine whether when he says, like, Loom of Fate, if he's meaning, like, in literal, like, loom, you know, for, like, weaving or whatever you want to call those, whatever it is, big giant looms, you know what I'm saying? And makes, like, things, like fibers and threads and things come together and stuff to make things. So I can't decide if this is, like, if he means it literally or if he's, like, using it in some other way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
Yeah.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
So you're saying that there's ley line issues in this area, and one of those things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Then our commission here in Vamara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. Yes, that's everything that's going on right now, Traveler. What's the connection between all this? We don't know.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
What if, like, okay, if I'm thinking of like a literal loom, right? Ley lines have something to do with memories. Like, we can see people's memories. So the ley lines are holding the memories, and I'm thinking like a literal loom, right? And the Abyss Order is trying to connect all of the memories of people and things and all that stuff into something fate kind of thing, but we don't know what that fate is. Does that make sense? I feel like that's kind of where it's going, but the missing person thing, I have no idea. And the sinners are behind it all, but what is their purpose of it? Like, why? For what? Like, that's what I don't understand. I'm confused. I have more questions than I have answers. This game always leaves me with more questions.
Oh, so tired.
Really, Paimon?
I used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
Right, I agree with you, Paimon, but Paimon asked some really good questions. I didn't sleep well either. My head is a mess.
Well,
Yes.
let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
My brain is like overloaded right now. All right, so we're gonna go look for Dane here. All right, Dane.
Dane?
How you doing?
Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
He's lost in thought. You okay?
Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane? What's up?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
They said they were like 20 something, and that's it. That's all we know. We don't know that they talk a lot. They were very open and conversational and all that stuff, but that's it. We don't know anything else.
Oh,
We know as much as you.
young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
Yeah.
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
What?
Memories of him.
Him? Who? Your brother?
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
Maybe?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up.
Okay.
And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Okay. So kind of like with the people in the village. What exactly do you
I
remember?
remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Wait, what? Did you go back and get it? You sneaky little thief! Why did you do that? For what? Who? Why?
What?
Yeah, Paimon, exactly! The hell is wrong with that boy?
Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Yes.
Indeed.
Why did you give it to
And
him?
it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Using is it one of the sinners? It's got to be like your brother, right? How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
Yeah.
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it.
But you just said that you have a memory that you gave it to him. Is the memory real?
I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
That's what I asked, Traveler. What if the memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part.
What if they did it and then they erased your memories? If they can implant memories, who's to say that they can't take them out?
Come with me. We
Okay.
must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
I'm just saying they could take in your memory. Well, maybe you did it and then you just don't remember.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Good. Ooh, look at Traveler. Look at Traveler using big brain. Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. That's 1,000 IQ right there, Traveler. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
All right. I don't know where the hell we're going. Where did you put it?
So you hid it way out here?
Near the
Not an easy
chasm.
place to discover, that's for sure.
No?
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Okay, is it like in a cave?
Traveler, wait.
Yes, what is it, Dane? What is it, you stud? What was that? Did you just glitch out? Arlecchino does it all the time.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
No, what just happened? What was Dane going to tell me just now? Is something like influencing Dane?
Hey, wait up!
Paimon, did you not see what just happened? Does anybody not have any questions? What was he going to tell me? And then he just... It's a cave that was in a barrier. Place of Revelations. Dane brings you to where he hid the eye before. As you continue onward, the answers will soon be revealed. But when you step within, there seems to be something strange going on with Dane. He's losing his mind. Did we make it? holding a goblet.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Where is this place? How did we not know about this place until now?
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
What's new? Oh, should have known it's a herald or a lector or so. Yeah, well, let's get it on. Dane should be playable in these. I'm just saying. Dane should be playable in these. Get out of my game, nerd.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
Yeah, see? Maybe did they think they were trying to trap us, but we were actually trapping them. Maybe it's that.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
See what? Dane, what are you doing? What's going on, bro? Are you dying? Or do you have what is happening? Are you having an aneurysm or something? Like, you can't die before giving us answers.
Dane? What's wrong?
Like, stop it.
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say.
We don't feel it
Use
either.
that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Okay, leave you here? Wait, why? We came in here, what for? We came in here, now you want me to leave? Leave here on your own? Will you be all right? That doesn't make any sense.
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion.
Oh,
If you
no,
return
God.
to Himara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager.
Okay.
Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
So we came in here just to leave? All right. He's like, follow me, and we go. And what are you gonna do? Dane does have a point. Does he though? Does he? We literally saw him for 5 minutes. Something still feels off. What am I missing? Something is off. Something's going on. What is happening? What is going on with Dane, dude? Like, what? And there he goes. And we'll never, we're not going to see him again for another year. Not going to see him again for another year? Who is this? And why are they glowing? Okay, somebody did follow us. Dane's mad. Dude, those footsteps.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Then why did you tell us to leave? We're trying to find our sibling, Dane. Don't you know? Maybe we have questions. We could have chatted with her and been like, come back to the light, sibling. No, Dane wanted us to leave, even though he knew that she was gonna be there. She looks badass, I'm not gonna lie, she looks pissed. So who's right? I've been saying this for a long time. We don't know who's right and who's wrong in this situation. Like, we don't know. I've been saying this for months, ever since I started playing. We don't know who is correct and who is not and which side to actually be on. I feel like we're in the middle and we just don't know which way to go. But man, it's good to see her. Look at her. Man, she looks awesome.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
Ooh. Did Dainsleif trap her?
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone.
Is she gonna kill him? Oh my God, are we gonna get a 1v1?
I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Whoa! I want to know why they split up. I want to know what happened. Like, I want to know, there had to have been something that occurred to where we saw them split up. And that's what I want to know. Like, why they traveled together. What are you going to do, Dane? What are you going to do? Now, see, if he fights our sibling, it makes me think that we don't like Dane anymore. What happened? Who died? Like, what's going on, dude?
The Abyss Order's on the move.
No,
The
game!
lines are all out of whack.
No, shut up, Paimon. That's
Hurry
not.
back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Seriously? Are you for real? All right, check on the hilly churl. Wait, why am I checking on a hilly churl?
Hey, look at those hilly churls over there.
Yeah, we see them. They seem calm. What are they doing?
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
They're taking a nap and they're having a picnic, it looks like. Are we going to steal their apples? Wait, I hear something. What do we hear? I hear birds chirping.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun.
What?
At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
Okay. Is that like a voice inside of our head?
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
That was from.
Did you hear that?
That was from the
What was
carrier.
that sound just now?
You heard it too? It was someone's voice. Whose voice was that?
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly churls in some way?
That wasn't Traveler's voice.
Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
What if it was like implanting a memory in our brain? That voice is like saying what it said to implant a memory in our brain?
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Who is that? It's that voice again. Who is that?
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
Well, then let them nap. They're not hurting anybody.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
What?
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
I am
It
confusion.
almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
Something like that.
Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Okay, let's go. I guess. The hell is happening?
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
Yeah, what that is, we don't know.
The Abyss Order?
Yes.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Okay.
Thank you for your concern.
Has he never heard of
As
it?
far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well, maybe you're being manipulated.
Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
He is being messed with.
Huh?
He doesn't remember. Things just got even more complicated. So that he doesn't remember the person that was missing from the beginning. He says everything is as good as right as rain. And he said he didn't know anything about the Abyss Order. Yeah, more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time.
He's gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
A commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
What if it wasn't even real to begin with? What if it wasn't even real to begin with? What if this whole thing was just to draw out Dane? What if the ley lines were being manipulated for this village to do the commission? Like they did set all this up just to bring Dane out into the open and, well, Traveler too. But do you know what I'm saying? What if it wasn't real in the first place? And now that Dane is with Sibling, they don't need this village anymore, so they basically got rid of the memories.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
The entire village is not going to know what we're talking about.
How is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadia.
Thank you. What if we went to another dimension? What if this is another Teyvat? We don't know.
Not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that.
No, I agree.
What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
I think so. It's too early to say. We should check in with the others first. I think so, though.
We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
All right, let's go. Dude, this quest is wild. All right, let's talk to this guy. He's not going to remember anything either. Oh, it's so pretty. That's a great little scene.
Who?
See, he doesn't remember either.
Just as expected.
Yep. What do we do now?
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Wait a second. What if this whole situation isn't even happening? Hold on. What if like Traveler had this entire thing implanted in his mind through the ley lines and he's remembering it and this whole thing didn't even happen, right? But we're just playing through that memory that was implanted in Traveler's brain. Okay, I know I'm thinking outside the box, all right?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you do?
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Okay, so you do know who we're talking about. What? Have you seen him recently? Do you know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Who? What? I'm confusion. Okay, now my whole theory's wrong.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him?
I guess. Are we in the past? What in the world?
Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Okay, that's a good thought, Paimon. I like where you're going with this. I kind of had that in my brain too. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. But how would we try time travel? Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely that it's related to memories in some way. That's what I'm saying too. What if this memory is implanted? What if... Oh God, I need to think carefully what's really going on. Oh, well, good luck, Traveler. Oh no, really? This again? We are presently traversing someone's memories. That's what I said too. I said we're traversing our own memories.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
I think they implanted a memory. Maybe that's what they did, implanted Traveler into Traveler's memory, and we're going through his memory. This one, I'm gonna submit it.
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
Traveler's memory? Maybe? Whose?
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Right. Whose memory would we be in?
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
Yeah, if we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find them.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf.
Whose memory are we in?
But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
I have no idea.
Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
What if this whole journey is just somebody's memory that we're traveling through? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what if that's the thing? We don't know. What if this whole thing is just somebody's memory that we're playing through? Traveler's memory. We're playing through Traveler's memory. It's not even real, right? Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to
implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability?
How are we going to do that?
Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. God, this again. Time does not pass within false memories.
Time was allowed to pass within the false memories. There's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
Okay, that right there just went over my head, but I'm going to submit it.
No
okay, yeah, that's right.
All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit. That
That's right.
Time isn't passing.
Wait, I remember the girl. What was her name? The Atossa, right? She said that I used to talk to this person for hours and hours and hours, but time never moved. Like, she's like, the sun never set. Like, it always stayed. This scene always stayed. Big brain.
That's the tell of the fake memories.
Yeah, Paimon.
The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off.
Right.
Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day.
So are we in the past of somebody's memories? Is that what we're doing because they don't remember who that person was?
That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Gotcha. If we consider this conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Well, I'm glad that you know, Traveler, because I don't know. Dainsleif, Amadiah, Atossa's. It's got to be Atossa's, right? Because she's the one that said she was speaking to this person all the time, and it was always this time of day, but it seemed like they would talk for hours and time never moved.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Right.
Oh, right. That's exactly what Atossa described.
Uh-huh.
Come to
Smart.
think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now.
Her NPC was so good, so relatable.
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it. This is definitely Atossa's memory.
Let's go to the tree.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Yes. So we're going to go see Atossa talking to this person who's having this memory. Who is this? What are you wearing, dude? Why are you dressed all fancy?
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose.
It's like they're besties.
Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share?
It looks like Atossa likes this person more than a friend, though.
It's okay if you don't. You could
Wait.
also just talk about what you think of me?
Wait, you look like you're dressed like you're from. I remember these outfits. This was from the Carry Bear quest. This is kind of like what Clothar was kind of wearing, right?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly
But you're
strong
not
and
Clothar.
thoughtful young woman.
Who are you?
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Oh.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh yeah, this is a memory, so she wouldn't recognize us. We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar? Because he's wearing the same clothes that Clothar was wearing during the Carry Bear quest.
Oh, right. This version of Atossa hasn't met us yet.
Right. Is this one of the sinners?
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me.
Oh, we don't know what's going on, bro.
So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atossa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Okay, but he's aware that it's his memory, it seems like.
Another time, huh?
We're in his, it seemed with that line.
I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
She likes him. I can tell. She's got a thing for him, and she runs. Well.
It's nice to see you, Traveler.
How do you know me?
This is the first time we've met.
Then how do you know who who are you? Bandana. Or like, what? Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. Clothar is the only one I can think of. Carrie Bear? Visionary, could it be? That's what I'm saying. Is it a sinner? Is it one of the sinners? But it couldn't be one of the sinners, right? Because the sinners don't like exist like physically. Is this Carrie Bear? Because it doesn't look like Clothar. I don't remember what Clothar looks like, but it could be a young Clothar. I'm gonna go with Carrie Bear.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate. You're
What?
Kari Bear Alberich.
Kari Bear, whatever. Are you?
Oh. You know me?
It is Kari
That's
Bear.
quite a surprise.
Wait, he was a
I don't
hilichurl.
believe I've met you before.
And he like took off his mask, and then we saw a burst of light, and then we never saw him again.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then.
Yes. 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 Yes.
This is Atossa's memory.
Okay, it's
I came
Atossa's
here to
memory.
say goodbye to her.
Oh, why? Where are you going? Carrie Bear, bro. Dude, what happened? Where have you been?
But I suppose I'll just leave
Why
her
are
a
you
message
dressed like
instead.
that?
Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Okay. Or did we like go into his memories? What is this? I can't read that. I don't know Tavatan or whatever language that Conrian. Do I click it? Nope, it vanished. Where are we now? Where the hell is this? This kind of looks like where Clavertainer's place is. The proof of existence. What? Wait, what existence? There's nothing around. Can I open the map? If I open the map, oh, it won't let me open the map. It won't let me do anything. All right, Care Bear, where are we? What is going on? What? I don't. I'm mind blown. Completely mind blown. Where are we? What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness.
Yeah, we're in his head.
I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
Yeah. You look exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
Yes, look at those eyes, dude. This is a rare opportunity for me as well. Should I try to learn as much information from Carrie Bear as I can? Yeah? What exactly happened to you? What exactly is the Loom of Fate? That is what I want to know.
Extreme sorrow and pain.
Okay.
Hope and regret coursing through your veins.
So it's bad.
And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension.
So it's bad.
Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate.
Oh, you are the Loom of Fate. You, like the physical manifestation of the Loom of Fate? Right?
But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction.
Okay.
In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Oh. Yeah, so wait. So the moment he set everything in motion, so that was when he took the mask off, right? Is that what we're talking about? If you go back to the Care Bear quest, where towards the end, So he's saying like that set it off, but he died when he did that. Gotcha.
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Okay. Care Bear is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories. But when did they meet him before, though? How is that possible? How, if he died when he took off the mask in the Care Bear quest, right? How is it possible that Aloda, whatever her, Atossa met him as this person if he died when he was a kid?
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
So what if a memory of Care Bear was planted in Atossa's head? Weaving, ley lines, yes, looms,
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Okay. But what if everything that we've done so far isn't even happening? What if these are just implanted memories in Traveler's brain?
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories.
Gotcha.
But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Okay, so that was the source of your ability to implant memories, was the ley lines.
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
Yeah, and that was sad. So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Care Bear through the half-finished Loom of Fate. Right. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vimara Village. Yeah, why would you implant memories of yourself in basically an entire village? Why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Vimara Village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble.
Oh, you didn't.
Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
But why did you?
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
That's fair. Okay, now I feel bad.
As if I had a chance at life.
So he wanted to implant memories into the people of the village just so it seemed like he was actually alive at some point, like had a life at some point. But he created them like they're not real memories. So that's why I would have never guessed. Yeah. Is there any kind of meaning to this? I don't know. Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking.
What? What am I thinking?
Why would I do something so meaningless?
No, I mean, I get where he's coming from. Like, it's the only way to ever have a way of making himself feel alive.
But I just couldn't accept it.
I understand that. I can get that.
I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me.
But you can make that up, though. You can create that. You can make yourself to be whoever you want to in people's memories. If that's what he was doing.
Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atossa.
Atossa had the hots for him. Oh, look at that. Sorry. Freaking Care Bear.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time.
All right, I understand. I get it. Ah, man.
I know it sounds stupid.
So that's why people in the village were like, somebody's missing, but we don't know who this person is. Like, we have memories of them, but we don't know, right? Like in the actual Teyvat or whatever. They're like, we know this person, but we don't know this person because he was the one that was creating the memories. Ugh.
After all, my life ended a long time ago.
Yeah, we know.
Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
Okay. So we don't even know if this is what he looked like as an adult. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. Yep. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
Well, can you erase those memories from those people?
If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
Okay, as I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. True, that is true, because everybody talked really highly of them. Especially Atossa. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Yeah. Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
What do you mean by settled? Carrie Bear, settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
That Dane's still alive. No. Yes?
The loom of fate has already been completed.
Wait, what? How does that work? What do you mean? How? Who? Loom of fate. Loom of fate. Loom of fate. Been completed. What do you mean? I'm confusion. Explain it to me like I'm 6 years old there, Carrie Bear. The loom of fate is already complete. That means the eye of the first field to must have fallen into the hands of the bed. Could something have happened to Dane? Oh shit! The sibling took the eye. The sibling has it. So if the loom of fate is complete, that means the sibling took the eye. Dane led her to the eye where it was hidden. She took it from him. So the sibling killed Dane? What happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine.
Are you sure?
The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning.
So the sibling did the sibling kick his butt and just take it from him?
Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
In his body? Then why would he go there? Why did he...
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess.
So he's had it this whole damn time?
He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location.
But he didn't give it to us.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
Yeah. He never gave it to us, though. He never gave it to us.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Right. That's what I meant. Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? He did. Because he thought he had already given it to us, but he actually still had it. You made him think of that when?
Before you two entered that false location.
Yeah, right? He glitched out for a second, and then he said our name, and then he never told us what he was going to say.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Yeah, and in that moment, it was when he got the memory that he had already given it to us, right? But earlier, he said that he had given it to the Abyss Order. Hold on. Earlier in the quest, he said, I have a memory that I had given the eye to the Abyss Order, right? But he said, that can't be right. He said, I would never do that earlier in the quest. So then Carrie Bear, before we went into, fixed his memory to make him think that he had given it to us instead of the Abyss Order.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
And so Sibling took the eye from Dainsleif, but Dainsleif thought he had given it to us. So Dane had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it? Yes, because it's all about destruction and pain and, you know, sorrow and all that stuff.
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning.
What is she gonna do?
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist.
Oh, God.
In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal, what was that?
You remember my father, don't you?
Yeah, Clothar.
Clothar Alberic.
Uh-huh.
I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Yep, he was crazy. Psychopath.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story
I remember that.
Managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment.
I remember that.
My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest.
Okay.
To implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
Of the hilichurls, the one that we saw like sleeping and camping and having a picnic that we stole the apples from. Sorry about that, by the way.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So pretty. So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back then was Carrie Bear's story, right? So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace. Yes.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the
He's not a bad
right to
person.
exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time.
So he had all this power of the, well, not all of the Loom of Fate because it hadn't been completed yet, but he had this massive power, and all he wanted to do was just like implant nice memories into people. Like that's all he wanted. He just wanted to exist and make the hilichurls feel better. Carrie Bear is a good person. How come Clothar was a psychopath? Okay, the apple obviously did not fall far from the tree on this one, or am I saying that right? It did fall. I'm sorry, it did fall far from the tree. The apple did. Okay, it's like on another, like in another state somewhere, another country. Okay, you're definitely not your dad.
But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Sad, man. Bedtime story. Ooh, cutscene. Is he just gonna like vanish into thin air? That'd be so sad, man. Is this gonna be the last time we see Carrie Bear? Or Kari Bear, whatever you want to call him. It's the last time we're gonna see Kari Bear, and I'm sad. I'm sad.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Sibling! We actually get to see. No, we're in Kari Bear's consciousness. Yeah. It's not real.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone.
Man!
And this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
But we said that we feel like our sister betrayed us, man.
How about a conversation?
Are we actually going to have a conversation with a sibling? Shut the front door. All right, let's have a chat, Lumine. Let's have a chat. We better get so much stuff out of this. She just walks away. She's like, hey, how about a conversation? Oh.
Stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Dude, it's so good to see them together and actually like talking to each other, like actual physical, like even though we're in somebody's consciousness or whatever, and it's not real, but we're there. Do you know what I'm saying? I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough.
Did you kick his ass?
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
Oh, he didn't.
Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
Okay, what exactly are you planning? Where have you been? I have way more questions than just what are you exactly planning to do? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
Are we going to have to like stop our sibling?
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Awaken? The heavenly principles are still asleep. Oh, lore.
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity.
Okay.
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Yes. Yep, Farina. How did you know about that?
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action.
That's what I said.
Enough of the heavenly principles situation.
See, that's what I said. That's what I said at the end of the Fontaine quest when all that happened. I said Celestia is going to be pissed that there isn't an Archon in Fontaine anymore and there's a Sovereign, and Celestia is going to rain hell down on Fontaine. I said that. I remember saying that at the end of the Fontaine quest, but they didn't do anything. So we're saying that the heavenly principles are just dormant, right? Like they're asleep. They're just, I mean, they're there. They're just, what do you mean by like, they're not awakened yet though? What do we got to do to awaken them? Wake up!
However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
I think in Natlan. I think it's going to happen in Natlan. I think in Natlan, because it's Ode to Resurrection, I think the Harbingers are trying to bring back the third Descender, and when that happens, Celestia is going to flip their lid, right? And then the heavenly principles are going to like be like, hi, how's it going, everybody? Here we are. Time to kill you all. I really hate the heavenly principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist?
It was the Heavenly Principles, right? Because they're the ones that like cursed him into hilly churls.
Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
You don't like them. We don't really like them either. And I feel like the Archons are beginning to not like them because they're separating themselves, basically like cutting off their connection, right? And they're probably like, well, we've been trying to contact the Heavenly Principles, but they're not answering us, so screw them. Like, pfft.
Aether?
Yes. What is it? She said her name. He looks so sad, man.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
Everybody else calls him Traveler. Oh my God, that's so good. I'm gonna cry, man. This is gonna make me tear up. Oh, this is such a great little interaction between these two.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
Oh, he sounds so sad. They should be together, man. I can't wait till the end of this game when finally Sibling and Aether just, Lumine and Aether just, you know, get out of this place and live their lives. That's so sad.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
That's in that one trailer. That's in the trailer where Dainsleif is there, right? And Dainsleif says something about, are you the one that can defeat me to rescue her or whatever? I think we're gonna end up having to fight Dainsleif. That's in that one trailer.
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together.
No, actually, I don't remember.
You told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Aether.
Oh, stop it right now. Stop hitting me in the feels, man. They can't even hug each other because we're in somebody's consciousness. It's not right, man. Let them like actually be able to.
As this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
No, it's starting to go away.
This space has lost its tether.
No,
I
man.
doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
No, don't do this to me now, game. I want more Lumine Aether interaction.
In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone,
No, you can't do
you
this.
won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
You can't do this to Traveler. You can't do that to Traveler. No, man. The boy deserves to be happy. Dude, let him remember this, man.
Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
Not cool, man. Not cool. So he's not gonna remember any of the answers that he just got?
You're only telling me this now?
But we know, but Aether's not gonna. I know, right, Aether? You should be angry. Bro, this sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks for Traveler. That sucks. Sucks. Does Lumine remember though? No, she wouldn't.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
Oh, Paimon. You just zip it for 2 seconds. We didn't get an answer to what she wants to use it for, right? I think she wants to use the Loom of Fate to go against Celestia. I have a feeling that's what she's wanting to do, right? But she doesn't want to use it until or she wants to go against the Heavenly Principles, basically. She doesn't want to use it until she can utilize it to its full power, but doesn't want to use it while they're like asleep. She wants them to be awakened first before she goes ham on their candy asses and goes after them. And I think that's what she wants to do. And I think it's everybody. I think we're going to end up teaming up now after this quest. I think we're going to end up teaming up with the Abyss Order, the Harbingers. The Archons are going to join in on this, right? It's going to be everyone against the Heavenly Principles, not just the Abyss Order. I think that's what's gonna happen. I have a feeling in the next Archon quest in Nalin that Harbingers are gonna ask us to become a Harbinger. Or no, like maybe when we get to Snezhnaya, they're gonna ask us to become a Harbinger. Like at the end of Nalin, they're gonna ask us, and then in Snezhnaya, we're gonna give them the answer.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
Okay. So we were asleep. We were just living through memories.
Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured.
Ooh, she did injure him.
He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left.
Oh, he's hurt.
It seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
Ooh, Sibling went after him. He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second.
Dane did not. We didn't see Dane long.
That guy you called Curry Bear.
Yeah.
He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right?
Yeah.
And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
We didn't see Dainsleif but for like literally 5 minutes. Oh, he's hurt though. Sibling hurt him. Carrie Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
Yeah. The Loom of Fate is complete, but Sibling doesn't know how to use it yet. I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Carrie Bear all along. Dude, this quest did a lot in my opinion. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
I say just let him have the memories. But would they still have the memories if he's gone? After that, I can't seem to remember. Damn it. Traveler can't remember his interaction with Sibling. Are you serious? But we're gonna know as a player. But he's not gonna know in game. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember it? Damn it. I'm not sure why, but it feels like I almost lost something. Man, bro.
Sleep well?
No, Barham.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers.
So much lore in this quest.
So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager.
Man.
There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
That's how Carrie Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them. Dude, why do bad things always happen to good people? Carrie Bear was a good freaking person.
Oh, and we also remembered his name.
He wasn't asking for much.
Now, that's
they do remember
here every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
They do remember, but you're never going to find him. That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is.
Bro.
We're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Yeah, a Care Bear's gone, the limit fate is not complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atossa's doing.
Oh man.
We should go check on her.
She's gonna be so
If she hasn't
sad.
remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened.
She's gonna be so
I
sad.
didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk
I
to her.
kind of don't want to talk to her because we're gonna make her sad. She's gonna be sad. Let's talk to Atossa here. Hi, are you okay? I feel bad. I feel terrible. Don't be sad.
Hey, Atossa, how's it going?
Don't be sad.
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you.
Thank you for what? What did we do?
I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now.
Okay.
Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I don't want to tell her that. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him.
Oh.
So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
Atossa, you were such a great NPC character. Make you playable. It's so sad. I want to give her a hug. Can we just hug her? Would you like a hug?
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face.
You're strong.
I was dumped, wasn't I?
See, she looked at him more than just a friend.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Sad. I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay.
I feel so bad.
It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
Maybe.
Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Bye, Atossa. It was so nice to meet you. She was a great NPC. She was great, man. So relatable.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
We don't know. That's the thing. Well, Traveler don't know, but we know. Right. What was it that happened? I can't remember. Dude! It feels like there's something in my pocket. Ooh. Did she give him something?
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
No! How did we get this, dude? Bro, you must get along with each other, the two of you. Oh, look at Carrie Bear and Sibling and all that stuff. But we're looking away from each other. Oh, this is kind of telling a little bit. We're kind of like, we're not even looking at each other. We're looking away from each other. Oh, it's such a good little picture, man. Oh, bro, stop, man. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it. Oh, and you're going to give me the photo too? Great. Thanks, Genshin. Thank you for all the emotional damage that you give us players, okay? We need answers, man. And I feel like in Nalin, we're going to get some answers. I feel like in Nalin, we are going to get some answers in Nalin. I think because it's the Nation of War, that might be the time Celestia awakens. And it's like, okay, it's time to put her foot down. And I can't wait for the next Dainsleif quest, even though we only got to see Dainsleif for literally like 10 minutes. And then he just poof, disappeared again. He'll show up out of nowhere, I'm sure. That was an amazing quest. Absolutely loved it. So much lore. So much lore. No, I'm such a lore nerd.